Welcome to Friday Value Video. Now, these facts for several slides now are going to undergird why you must exercise. Notice I didn't say need to exercise. I said must. That is a much stronger four-letter word. Diet alone is not enough. You must get exercise. Physical inactivity has become the fourth leading risk factor for death globally. And I'm talking death before your time, expiring before your clock should be running out. The top three: high blood pressure, tobacco use, high blood glucose, high blood sugar. That's what that is. And physical inactivity. So why you must exercise? 6% of deaths all around the globe result from physical inactivity, or an estimated 3.2 million, notice the word preventable, deaths each year. It means earlier than they were supposed to go. Now, this is, sarcopenia, around the magic age of 45. It's some you might hear it's 40, some you might hear it's even 35. But around that magic age, whatever that age they determine it to be, muscle mass is seen to decline on average at a rate of about 1% per year, with increasing concomitant body fat mass, which means the diameter of the body kind of stays the same, but the person now has more body fat and less lean muscle. And all of the data, no matter what study you look at, will mention lack of activity, sedentary lifestyle, lack of exercise is the number one reason. So why are we calling it an age-related issue? It's just time. The longer you've been inactive, the more muscle you lose. It's not related to your age. It's a time-related issue. That's the truth. So here's a little picture of this. This is the thigh. Take the top off, open it up, and look at the bottom. And here's the femur and your quads and your hamstrings. Notice how much muscle is here and how little bit of fat around the muscle. Notice this thigh, a lot more fat and a lot less muscle. This is a thigh that struggles to get out of a car. This is a thigh that struggles to go up and down stairs. This is a thigh that struggles to do a deep squat. This is a thigh that might even need help to get out of a chair. So, why you must exercise? This was a study that looked at people who had chronic kidney disease and they ate a low protein diet. Half the group did resistance training. The other half was a control group. They didn't do any resistance training. And guess what happened? The strength training was just exercise 45 minutes a week. And that included warm up and cool down 3 times a week. That's it. That's all it was. 3 times a week, 45 minutes. And they did it for about 3 months. Their muscle fiber increased 32%. Their muscle strength increased 30%. And those who did not exercise, the control group, lost 3% of their body weight, or about 9 pounds. And I can guarantee you probably a lot of that was lean muscle mass. And those who were exercising also reduced blood levels of 2 key inflammatory factors, which meant they had better nutrition and functional capacity. And this was a lab, it's called the NEPS lab, which stands for Nutrition, Exercise, Physiology, and Sarcopenia Research. You didn't know there was a NEPS lab, did you? So look them up. They're fascinating. So even someone who's eating a dietary restricted protein diet because of kidney function can gain muscle. Now that's pretty impressive. So exercise is also the true fountain of youth. And there's another study that I usually talk about here, but I'm not going to go into that one, where it reversed all of the harm that 30 years of aging did in a bunch of men. But this particular study, did you know that the studies report resistance exercises literally reverse aging in human skeletal muscles by 50%? Anybody happy to hear that? I'm hoping you're hooting and hollering and saying, woohoo, I love this. So why you must exercise. Seniors who are more physically active are at lower risk for walking difficulties and other movement problems. It's a given. If you're sitting around, you're gonna end up in trouble. So there were even some comments. One person who had been doing a whole food plant-based diet for many years found that, oh, I guess without the exercise, yeah, they're equally important. You have to move. Our bodies were designed for movement. Motion is lotion. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next week.